November 2022. The policy of the company says that if you are 18 months into any project, you can opt for a different project or even a different business unit altogether, which aligns with what you aspire for. So after 18 months of staying in the same business unit with the same client, doing the same work, I felt I'm not learning now anything new. Yeah, the project started. I was one of the first persons. I was leading the team, ramping up the rookies. All the things were very, very exciting. I learned a lot. But now monotonic nature of the work started creeping in. So what is the choice I have? I came to know about this policy and I went to my manager saying that I am interested now to move to another business unit because that's where I want to see my skills growing. I want to see my career unravel itself and blossom because it's an upcoming thing. Now, when you are getting billed, when you have an entry in the Excel sheet that so much is coming to the company because of you, especially if you are in services company, doesn't matter, no sugarcoating. I know there are many managers there. You know what it means when you are losing a resource which is getting built. Then I told, okay, take time to find a resource. The manager said, okay, I will do that. Conversations started. One mail, no response. Second mail, no response. Third mail, no response at all. I don't know if I am throwing my mails into some black hole. Because those were the times even when we were working from home, so there were no face-to-face interactions. The manager was not responding to my thing, so I escalated. Because the policy says that if the manager is not responding, you can escalate. So the business head, it went till to the in charge, the so-called business development manager in charge for North America, because the client is from North America. I had a meeting with her and I told, either you say yes or I put down the papers. And did I just sat on the fence looking for some opportunities? No, I was in parallel trying for my opportunities and I was getting huge packages for my skill set. So why am I telling this story? There are occasions and there were occasions in my life, and I believe there will be also in each one of our lives, when we had to send that critical mail where we have to say that I am resigning, or what about my hike? What happened to my request to change me to different project? What happened to my request to change my location? Anything, any conversation, either it is through mail or face-to-face interaction, if it is a difficult conversation. If you happen to be a manager where this resource has to be now let go, it has to go off, the conversation is going to be really tough. How are you going to handle? And this is where, when people see these kind of difficulties, at one point of time, they used to go and meet people, look at the previous mails and understand those things. And much of it was in their mind. It is their emotional intelligence, it's their mental makeup and their experience of having those difficult conversations that were making a person better than another person. Like a project manager, a better project manager, because this person has already seen and know and is aware of how to speak with other person in these kind of difficult conversation. Maybe a client, maybe this layoff kind of dialogue and all those things. Worry no more, ChatGPT. In fact, generative AI is for your rescue, because It knows everything. Today, we are going to unravel those mysteries where you thought that I am not a good communicator. My emails, even I don't like to read it twice. I'm not good with those kind of documents that somebody prepares that wows people. My presentations always are not optimum, and my manager is never satisfied with the presentations that I am giving. All those things, today we are going to put the last nail on the coffin for these kind of things. So let me share my screen and talk about how AI can actually change your communication skills, your interpersonal communication skills, or anything. Now, with all these things said, am I saying that a mentor is not needed, like a person, actual person who is guiding you is not needed? No, I am not saying that. But what I am saying is, imagine for a moment an interior designer. When you purchase an apartment, when you want that interior designer to design that latest, maybe modular kitchen, that interior designer who can scale up to so many customers, send them those 3D renderings, send them those Zoom links, automate their emails, use AI to do the work which is otherwise supposed to be done by other people, that either he has to employ or she has to employ, or done by himself or herself. Because I have the intellect, I have the knowledge, I have the expertise, but I don't have enough bandwidth to do those tasks which are essential for my business, but I don't have enough bandwidth. I have to do it, but I do it, then I have to say that I can't go for more than 3 customers at a time. Now automate everything, bring AI here, you scale up to 6 customers. Automate your communication skills, and use them for your interview preparation, your mock interview, whatsoever. Make your 2x offers 3x and 4x. Today you are going to understand that. So let me share the screen and bring the slides right in front of you. Yeah, this is the regular slide. This is what I want now you all of the people who are there in this session to do. Adopt AI first mindset. When you are doing something in the beginning, when you are starting something, it doesn't matter whether that work is being done earlier and now you are starting it from tomorrow. Try to think how it can be made better using the power of AI. So adopt AI first mindset. And I will also tell you, along with this AI first mindset, what are the other important things. But before that, lift your hand, put it on your heart, and say these powerful affirmations. These are so powerful that when you say them with emotion, you really understand that you are capable of controlling your future. Be it getting jobs, be it getting hike, having the tough conversation, writing that email. Say to yourself, I am AI whisperer. Like whenever you talk something, you are an AI whisperer. I am going to be productive using AI. I am going to transform my life leveraging AI. 3 powerful emotions that you can imbibe into these affirmations that will change your mindset and make you miles ahead of the competition. If you are thinking that AI is not going to replace me, I am happy to be the messenger of the bad news. If not today, tomorrow AI will come and bite you. In what form, I don't know, but it is definitely going to come and bite you. Maybe you will stay at the same level in your organization because the management says that you are not upgraded, or you may end up losing your, I don't want to say that. So be and have AI-centric mindset. So here is what we are going to understand today. Using AI to take your communication to the next level. So here are few things that I want you to make an observation. You can take a screenshot. You will be also given some prompts. Let me move it to this. Let me go back. Yeah. When you are talking with someone, you need to understand the tonality. In fact, you need to tell to AI the tonality, the sentiment, and other things for it to adjust the communication for different audience. Maybe it can be formal or it can be casual or technical or non-technical. Who said that technical presentations cannot be exciting? Who said that they have to be always boring? Pick up those jokes that are technical in nature, but everybody understands. You have an edge over somebody. AI can help you stay consistent across all your communication channels. When your presentation comes, people know that it is you. When your email comes, people know that it is you. When a document or a white paper that you publish, people know that it is you. So have your AI first mindset and use AI for this. Now, what are the best practices when you are using AI? Especially when you are using communication, because the other side recipient is always human. You can do all the stuff with AI, but the final recipient is a human. The person at the other end opens your email and goes through it and gets an understanding what you are trying to tell. The person on the other side is going to listen to your voice over phone or in the meeting, even if your camera is off. So you need to define your style and tone. You need to be very detailed in terms of giving your prompts to ChatGPT. That's very, very important. Yeah. And finally, you need to provide feedback to AI, telling that, can you please make it a little bit better? It is too much bulky in terms of words. The sentences are too big. Can you shorten these sentences? Start giving feedback to AI. AI is very, very better, and it is becoming every day much more better in terms of accepting feedback and responding to the feedback. So follow these best practices. Don't be a lay person when it comes to AI. And I'm seeing people are just using AI, the most intelligent person. You throw garbage at it throws garbage at you. If you think that one line prompt is sufficient and you just say that, okay, I throw some context, random context, and I say it generate something, it will generate what it has to do. And this algorithm is so intelligent that it will try to do those tasks which are not very taxing, where minimum resources are used, maybe power and all those, and it will throw the junk at you. And you feel that, oh man, I am the AI guy, I know what it is. Like any skill that you develop, the interaction with the AI is prompt engineering. It is called engineering for a reason. People who are engineers, if you know what it means to be called an engineer, prompt engineering is the word. It's not called prompt skill or prompt art or something. So adopt best practices. Yeah. Because you are interacting with a human, the human is interacting with AI, ethics are very important. Why? When you want to send a mail to your superior, or you want to have a unpleasant conversation with your subordinate, you need to maintain some ethics and authenticity. You need to be transparent. What do I mean by transparent? You need to say that some of my content has been generated with AI. You cannot take your company email that you are supposed to send to your manager tomorrow or to your client and put it in ChatGPT and do something. Your information, your digital footprint is taken there. There are tools which will understand that you have taken the company information. Maybe it could be code because you want to understand. You just Control C, Control V in the ChatGPT window and you want to understand. Maybe it is a client requirement document that you want to understand. You made a local copy of it and you try to do it. You may end up losing your job. And when ChatGPT generates some output, fact check that output, because the recipient is still a human. You write something, it is your responsibility. So very important. And finally, maintain human touch and cultural sensitivity. The things that you want to say to a North American cannot be the same that you will speak with a German. I have very, very strong experience dealing with German people. Me knowing Deutsch or German language, communicated with them so in depth. The way they interact, the way they take your statement is entirely different from what a North American will take. Yeah. So here are few things. Choose the right tool. So I will rush a little bit here. You know only ChatGPT, but I am introducing some tools because there is something called as multimodal input that you can give. And I will show you an example also how I did that. There are tools like Midjourney and DALL-E, which will generate from text to image. And you have Microsoft Copilot. Underlying Copilot is ChatGPT 4. If you are thinking that, oh man, I have to pay for ChatGPT, the premium version, $20 a month or whatsoever, use Microsoft Copilot. You will be having certain credits. You can use them per month basis. So here is an example now. This is now is the time for prompt. So I will run through some prompts and we will actually see how a person who wants to ask manager for a hike for the genuine work that he or she has done. Now this manager, okay, I try to remember my typical services company manager. That person who stayed in the company for 13 years, so scared to come out because he or she is already fixed in the mind that I'm now not good enough. I can't do the coding. I can't say this and all those things. Then they are married to the organization. Punctual, adhering to deadlines, pleasing the superiors and all those typical things. So for that kind of person, when you want to go and ask for a hike, they have a standard answer that you are meeting your expectations. So how can you add tonality and all these kind of things in your mail so that the other person reading the words that you have written in the mail can start thinking about your hike. So let me stop sharing this and let me bring the ChatGPT window and then demonstrate. Is my ChatGPT window visible? Show by a raise of hand or a thumbs up so that I can, yeah, proper, great. So let me show the prompts. Okay. Now, before you write the email, remember this one statement. You are a human and you have certain traits that you can define about yourself, the tonality of your message and other things, right? So you have to write an email that is, I should say, impulsive, or that is something which is pushy in nature, which highlights my skill. Pick up some adjectives that you feel you can add here. Like for me, I can say that it is friendly, jovial, technical in nature, loaded with information, all those kind of adjectives that you can think, persuasive, the traits that you want to tell. And then you also need to understand, I mean, this is not a prompt, by the way. This is something that you need to understand about yourself before you start conversation with generative AI tools like ChatGPT or any other thing. So you need to say that, write an email that is something because you want to do in that fashion. Be concise and clear. Do not hedge or qualify, because ChatGPT thinks that it has to hedge or it has to qualify some statement because, even though it has no data. So you need to ask it or tell it saying that don't hedge or qualify. Avoid jargon. Do not use emojis. If you are sending to a senior person, better not to have so many emojis or no emojis at all. Or exclamation point. Do not dash or dash. Now say any other thing that ChatGPT is not supposed to do. Like do not use long statements. Do not use words which are not professional in nature. Now the last thing. Now let's create a few sentences about giving the AI an idea of the motivations. Now here you say that I am so and so, which is your job title for the email for so and so company, and you describe yourself as somebody, it could be your role, it could be something that you are passionate about, an adjective that you want to add, like methodical, I am detail oriented, I am senior software engineer, I am project lead, I am program manager, all those things. Now, a special tip is you can always ask ChatGPT to say, ChatGPT, can you ask me few questions or 3 questions or 4 questions, so that when you answer, it will be about you. So this is the setting the context. So that's why I'm not saying like this is the prompt which will give you the output. It is setting the context to the ChatGPT, like what you are and what you want the desired outcome to be from ChatGPT. Now here is a demonstration. So this is a fake mail, no name taken, nothing. So let me copy paste this mail, Control C, Control V. So let me go to ChatGPT window. Okay, the mail is here. Now let me give the prompt. Based on the prompt and input, now what is the prompt? I will tell you. So let me go here and do it. So this is the prompt. But if you see, so I'm writing email to so and so and all those things. So I'm saying the above blanks, the above details needed are presented below. Now I gave all the details. Now let us see the work of ChatGPT.
Certainly. Here's a refined version of the email, tailored to the manager's beliefs and values.
So this is a detailed email that it has generated, considering the motivations of the manager. I mean, in fact, your motivation, but the tonality and the psychology of the manager, and incorporated all these things. I hope this message, throughout this period, I have consistently met deadlines, remained punctual, strive to go beyond expectation in all my deliverables. Because you met the expectations is a very constant term. Now you are toppling it with one statement saying that I have crossed my expectations. And you know for sure that these kind of responses and these kinds of answers or this kind of mail will only matter if you have, or that person has already done the work. But even people who does the work, they don't know how to communicate. So the intention of this prompt and the output is to let you know that if you are somebody who did the work but unable to communicate, you don't have to fret so much. Tell your intention. You would have some conversation from the manager already happened with you. Copy that thing. Remember the ethics. If you are doing it outside, then it might cost something. Maybe you can write on your own how your manager thinks, what he feels, because you have the interaction. Or if you want to write that letter to someone special, you know how that person treats you, how you treat that person. Anything, set the context and go ahead with the prompt and you will get the output. Yeah. So let's go further because we have just one more thing left, which is, yeah. So this demonstration is done where the email before what that person has sent, and now with the tonality and the context and everything set, what is the output. So that is what I'm going to show. Clarity, tone, personality is what we spoke about. The recipient, who is the manager. We took the example from the past and we understood the context. Here the context was the person want to ask the manager for a hike. Now let's get into the communication aspect. The difficult conversation that you want to have with a client because the deadlines are missed, or any other thing where it is a sales conversation, anything that you feel is a difficult conversation that you have to tackle, there is no other option. ChatGPT is for your rescue. Again, you can role play with ChatGPT by asking ChatGPT to act somebody, giving it the context, saying that I have missed the deadlines, this is what has happened, this is what has happened, this is what has happened. My client is like that, the project is like this, the management sees this project as so critical. All those things as a context, and you start role playing with ChatGPT. And when you do the active listening, when you speak, as of now, ChatGPT does not have an option wherein you can feed the audio files. But there are AI tools which will take the audio files and can understand. Nevertheless, it is not stopping us to take the advantage or the power of ChatGPT. You transcribe your voice. Literally say to yourself or say in front of a mic or a recording device what you really want to say if the meeting is actually happening. Now get the textual output of that. Give it to ChatGPT and start asking feedback. Don't forget, give the context, record your voice, get the text, give it to ChatGPT, now ask it for a feedback. And as I said, do not forget the context. Else, ChatGPT will give you any junk that it thinks it can give you. It's becoming better, but without context, it will only give you just an eye-washing kind of output. Yeah. So before I talk about the next session, I have these prompts for you. If you are part of the Facebook community, you definitely will get the sheet which contains few of the prompts. Few of the prompts are done today morning and I have experimented them. So an extra sheet will be shared to you in due course. So let's see how these difficult conversations can be done. So this is very important. And again, I'm sharing the screen. It's this screen. Let me go here. Yes. So demonstration of this thing is done. Now conversation skills. Yes. Now you want to have that conversation with that person and it's a difficult conversation. And it's about a topic, let us say. So one of the beautiful prompts that I love is teach me about. This is a super duper prompt. When you say teach me about, ChatGPT instantly wears the hat of somebody who can teach because it has so much of knowledge collected and it is eager to teach you. So start asking this prompt and it will tell you. Now, an extra thing which is also called a persona prompt is act as an expert on topic. Please list as many different perspectives as there are on the topic. Use points of view from different audience and different sources. This is your pre-preparation before that difficult conversation. You already know how the client interacts. You already know what are the interactions. Where are the fun moments you had with the client? Where are the tough situations that you faced with the client? Everything. You can say that act like that negotiator. Act like that person who can handle difficult conversation and billion-dollar sales and ask it, giving the context. Create conversation starters. Sometimes we get into a meeting and we don't know what to speak. And people say that, hey, talk about weather, talk about their family. Utter nonsense. You cannot go and sit with your client and talk about the weather. If it is a very informal discussion, maybe you can ask. Some people may feel offended when you ask about the family. They say that, especially as I told, I had interaction with German people. They are very closed in nature, not everyone, but when you can't ask them for their family and all those things, unless and until they ask you and they expect something from your side also, and they are ready to answer. So ask about ChatGPT about conversation starters by giving the description of the person, about them, and all those things. Now, this is what is the role play I spoke about. And the last one, very important, and again, I am bringing to your notice, we are communicating with humans, maybe through phone, maybe through meeting, maybe through email. We cannot afford to have biased nature in our communication. We cannot have biased nature even within people in the same country. People who are from northern part of Bharat, a manager who is from the southern part of Bharat cannot assume and talk about something. This is so biased. And that is precisely the nature. Many HR guidelines say that don't put photograph on your resume because it leads to biased nature. People will get biased. ChatGPT is for your rescue. Go ahead and ask it, like, don't get biased and do all this stuff. So these prompts will be shared to you soon. How is the session? How many of you feel that you can now take control of your conversations with your AI first mindset? Guys, don't be that somebody who is blindfolded and just want to do something with AI because everybody is jumping on the wagon. It does not work like that. उस तरफ बाप बैठा हुआ है, बाप बाप का बाप बैठा हुआ है. And it knows psychology, it knows every damn thing that you can even ever imagine. If you think Wikipedia is the biggest source of knowledge, it has Wikipedia as a small snack already. So don't take ChatGPT or GenAI lightly. Have that AI first mindset. Tell yourself every day that motivational stuff, that affirmations that I am AI first person. I want to leverage AI. Then the mind will slowly open and you will see the benefits of actually AI in your work. And you will not definitely feel that you are outdated. Most of the people I'm having conversation with who are experienced, their biggest fear is they are feeling outdated. दिमाग के कोने में उनका एक डर है, बैठ चुका है कि आज नहीं तो कल आके एआई तो काटने वाला है. कालिया तेरा नंबर कब आएगा, बस वही चल रहा है लोगों के दिमाग में. So don't be in that bandwagon. Yeah. So let me share the screen and we will go further and we will quickly wrap up. Yes. So tomorrow's session, again, the favorite topic of everyone, interview by none other than Sweta Raichur. You have already experienced her session. This is going to be so mind-blowing. Before you log off, before you say that, oh, this is the routine stuff these people are talking about, be in the WhatsApp community, join our Facebook community, set the reminders for 8 p.m. Chavati time, Ganesh Chaturthi time, I understand with the family, but knowledge also matters. Share and repost. God bless everyone. May Lord Ganesha give us our AI knowledge. On that note, see you soon.